Hey guys, this is Lydia here, coming to you from my Mazda 3, and this is a video I have been wanting to get out, but didn't really quite know how to do it. I guess I didn't know what manner to do it, whether a video or a post, because it's something that's really important and really kind of shaped who I am today. I guess a lot of people have a hard time finding like a reason to do something like I did, or just doing a competition, and I mean just to structure their diet. They just need to find some sort of reason to do something that seems like it's just twice as much work and, sacrificing. But the way I grew up, actually I actually haven't told anybody this up until about maybe 2 years ago, and I didn't realize how big a problem it really was for a lot of other people. And people ask me what originally motivated me to start what I started, and originally I was pulling from negative sources. So when I was in school, I guess it started around middle school, I guess, when that's when kids become dicks, and I was made fun of pretty much every single day on my bus ride home by one particular individual. He just used to call me fatty, fat, you're always gonna be fat. I specifically remember him saying that. One day I tried to backlash and just start fighting back, and he took me down even harder, and ever since then I've just been like the biggest pushover. And that must have been like, I want to say like 7th or 8th grade. I got made fun of in the hallways by people I didn't even know. They would come by and make pig noises, or, I was always picked last in sports and gym, and basically for the first, this went up until about I finished high school, and when I graduated, I could have not been happier, honestly, because of the amount of just drama and cliques and peer pressure that a lot of people have to deal with. And I found out later on that my friends were even bullied for stuff that I had no idea. This didn't come until way after we graduated, and just for being quiet or being different in some sort of way. And I know it's, back then you're just doing everything you can to just fit in, and it's not something people can really teach someone else, that it's really not even worth their time, and that it actually holds you back. It's something you really have to discover on your own by making those kind of mistakes. So sometimes it takes a negative force to really make you realize something, or make you realize how unhappy you are. I mean, I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, but it definitely, I guess it helped me get pull my head out of my ass. But at the same time, I was pretty much scarred for a long time. Even after I got into shape, I was telling a lot of people, hey, I'm over it, I don't hold any grudges. And people knew, they were just nodding their head, but people knew, I guess, from just the way I acted and the way I was around other jocks. I mean, even though I've essentially assimilated into them, I could not stand, I can't, I would just walk into the gym with my fists up all the time, basically. That's what it felt like, that there was just this I had this barricade up, and I didn't even want to give them the chance. You know, I was gonna bite if they came near me. And, you know, it took 2 sessions with a hypnotist to really let, you know, to really deplete that, that aggression that I held on to for so long. And so many people are skeptical about that kind of thing. And obviously, if you don't believe and you're not even given a chance, you're gonna have a harder time with it. But I had a friend recommend his hypnotist, and he told me he was able to cure him in a different way, you know, just in 1 session, and he helps with all kinds of things and with anxiety and everything. So I saw him while I was having panic and anxiety, and I told him about the way, I mean, I knew I was the way I was, but I thought I was just protecting myself. And I mean, it was just safe for me, and I wanted to stay there. So luckily, I don't know what he did, but he did his magic. And, you know, the next day I literally felt like, you know, they were just brothers in iron, and we're all there for the same reason, to better ourselves. And it just felt like, it honestly felt like a weight had just been lifted off my shoulders. And I've never been so friendly in my whole life, it seems like. Anyway, so that was kind of what I dealt with growing up. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there can agree. And I can honestly, by just talking to people who are either overweight or they've been overweight before, by their mentality and their confidence. And it's, you know, when you lose that kind of weight, you don't change on the inside. So what I'm saying is, when I talk to people who have not done anything about the way they look, or they're not really sensitive to people's comments, but maybe they are, and they just don't show it, but they haven't really done anything to change their lives. There's a few people I can think of right off the top of my head. But I mean, I can almost thank the people who, I mean, I'm not going to, because it did sort of traumatize me. But at the same time, it really helped me build up to the point where I was just like, I really am unhappy with myself. So now I pull from a lot of positive sources. You know, I see my friends doing stuff, and I'm looking through magazines, and I see people who I want to look like, and I pull from all those things. And really I don't allow any negativity in my life anymore, so it has no impact on me. And even if people have to say something, and, you know, to my face, especially at the gym or any kind of place where I have felt vulnerable in the past, I pay no attention. So, I mean, my iPod literally, I was going up the escalator one time, and I had some guy go in the opposite direction down the escalator and point right at me and say something, and I didn't even move my iPod, because nothing anybody I don't know really matters to me at all. I find it's just, you know, even if it's a good thing, you know, they could be pointing at me saying, wow, this is the hottest chick in the world. I just don't care. I don't care what other people have to say. And you guys shouldn't either. So I do think, you know, some sort of, I'm not saying negativity is a good thing, but it did put the fire under my ass. And I couldn't imagine what my life would be like if I haven't done anything. So I actually have my 10-year high school reunion coming up in August, and needless to say, it's gonna be better, just bitter fucking sweet. I hold no grudges anymore. I am not mad at anyone. I'm really just more excited to be kind of like in your face. So, you know, I mean, the best revenge is just massive success. So, I mean, I've just surpassed so many of those people, and I mean, not just saying physically, but with the amount of work and the amount of dedication I have given to something. I honestly couldn't be more proud of myself. So, it's been a long journey. And your sources of more motivation are going to change over time. And, you know, they're not always going to be good. But hopefully in the end, that those are the kind of things you're pulling from. Like, hopefully my videos, and my pictures. And that's why I'm having you guys follow me. So, I'm going to get inside and eat because I'm hungry now. But that... I just kind of want to get that out to you guys. Again, this is, I mean, people were my family was so surprised to find out that people had treated me this way. And, you know, I guess, I realized just going to my family or just telling somebody was just gonna, you know, make me wind up in therapy or something, I guess, which is why I never did it. I knew that wouldn't fix anything. So you really have to fix yourself. If you're seeing like problems between you and other people, sometimes you need to look in the mirror. So, like I said, when you change your reason for doing something, everything else around you changes. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you guys during the week. Ciao.